work, Carol. Tell me about your product. So what do you produce? I can see them in the background, but what do you produce?
Okay, I produce lots of leather goodies. So from fashion to, I also deal with a lot of corporate people, like a lot of menu covers for wineries, things like that. Wine bottle holders.
Yeah.
That, because I'm obviously in the Barossa Valley, so in that region, and also for a lot of the restaurants and things like that. So fashion is huge as well.
Yeah. What would you say is your most popular product?
Funnily enough, a leather knife roll would be my most popular product.
Yeah. Can you explain that product a bit more?
I can show you. It's probably,
go for it. Yeah, do it.
Yeah. It rolls up. You see that?
Wow.
It rolls up beautifully. And I love the real vintagey, old-fashioned type of leather products, and that's definitely where this has come from. And then you unwrap it. And I have a play with colours. That's the thing. I don't just do normal colours. As you can see, this one is blue on the outside. And then on the inside, I always keep the natural fall of the leather.
Yeah.
So however the edge of the leather is, and that's what I love doing. Open it up and you slot knives in there and roll it up. So here's one I was sending off. I can show you with so you've got, room for your knives there. And it's very safe, obviously. A lot of chefs use them, but a lot of home use people use them. A lot of hunters use them. So things like that. I can make bigger ones like Christmas time. These were, a massive selling item because I can also engrave names on them. I did a massive big one for, I think it was like 15 knives for a chef, things like that. So, and where that's come from, I'm just up the road from the Maggie Beer farm shop. So Ellie Beer and myself sort of collaborated this together, and that's where it expanded.
So where did the business start from? How long ago did you start the business?
I started in 2016, and I'm third generation from dealing with leather. So my gran was a tailor. She was in London, and she used to dabble in making handbags and things. I grew up on a horse stud in Victoria, and both my parents made a lot of their own horse gear, so bridles, all that sort of thing, horses. So I've been surrounded by it all my life, and always have been a lover of leather. And then, unfortunately, my mum got quite ill end of 2016, and I had to put her in a nursing home. So I was cleaning out her house, and I actually come across a trunk of leather hide, and I thought I need to do something about that. And so I did a design of what I think is the perfect handbag for myself personally. I still sell them a lot, actually, which is quite interesting. And a friend and a customer of mine in another business that I had, she is an amazing sewer, an automotive upholsterer. So we got chatting, and I handed her my pattern and what I wanted, and she dropped on my doorstep this perfect bag. Wow. And we thought, hang on a minute, we need to do something about that. And now it's become, quite a large business, and has been supporting me now full time. And she obviously still does a lot of my sewing because she's so good at it, and it gives me more time to design and source leather and things like that. So
did you spend time with your grandmother when she was making leather goods?
Yeah, so I've actually got one of her original handbags from the 70s. And I remember, her doing a lot of that. I learned a lot of my sewing skills from her. I remember getting my first sewing machine and her helping me out with all that. And I also remember memories of my dad teaching me how to plait leather, because he used to do all his own bridles and things like that for the horses. So yeah, it's amazing what you learn and you keep from all those years ago. If anyone had told me I was going to make a living out of this, I wouldn't have believed them, but now I am. So
but I'm assuming from your grandmother's side and your father's side, it was more practical. It was more about practical for a reason.
Yes.
Working with horses, and it was longevity of the leather, and so it wasn't necessarily about beauty or about
fashion.
It wasn't about fashion.
My gran, because she was a tailor, she obviously sewed fashion as well, so her side was fashion. But yeah, that's a good thing of handmade quality leather products. They're not just a fashion item. They're going to last for a very, very long time if you look after them, and that's what I love about what I do.
Yeah. So did you sew in between that time of your, like as a child, sort of learning, sort of spending time around leather, to this sort of 2016 of having that epiphany of coming back to leather? Or
I did sew when I was younger, definitely. When I first started work, you didn't have the money, so I was a huge op shop fan and used to go op shopping and for amazing materials and make my own clothes that way. And then, of course, life gets busy and you stop doing that sort of thing. So yeah, it was quite interesting that I've come back to it all, which is fun.
Is that right? Do you find you've got a market sort of overseas, or like you obviously got an online store? Not
overseas, but people are buying. So a lot of my products are in the Barossa visitor centre. Yeah. So a lot of people from overseas buy my products from them and take them back home. Yeah. So it is only going to expand that way. I was also in our local, the Barossa mag on the front page, and that really helped. So a lot of the bed and breakfasts had this magazine, on their coffee tables, and then I'd be getting phone calls, and people would love to come and experience. They're allowed to come by appointment and experience my workshop and things like that. And I've had busloads of people organise a bit of a tour through my workshop and a bit of a shop, and me explaining what I do, and people really do like that experience, and it's nice to be able to show people that and what I do, and I'd like to further that in workshops and stuff like that. My main thing is I listen to people, so I continually listen to people, and people obviously like to tell me what they think their perfect wallet is, their perfect handbag is, their perfect knife roll is, what they're after for traveling, what they're after, and so I listen all the time and jot down what the perfect thing is of what everyone's saying, and I try and create that perfect slouch bag from what everyone's telling me, and that perfect card holder from what everyone's telling me. It's listening all the time, and so the public and all my customers are helping me design that perfect product. And there might be, 10 prototypes, and that's what people don't realise, 10 prototypes of the one product, just to get it exactly right. And sometimes it won't be exactly right, so that will be one that gets put in the corner and doesn't get dealt with, and I move on to another one.
So. The corner of the room you're in now, so you've got to, is that right?
Yeah, so, but at the moment, funnily enough, because I have a bit more time, like we all have, I'm pulling out a few more of those ones that were a little bit too hard and didn't work, and I'm actually making them work, so that's been a bit of fun too. So yeah. But
what would you say a typical process of going from an idea, a dream, or whatever it might be, through to actually building a product that you're happy with?
It varies. Sometimes it can seem to be like a simple little thing, and it might take 4 months to get it to be that perfect product. Yeah. There's no real timeline with that. There's a bag I'm still working on, and I think it's probably 12 months I've still haven't quite tweaked it to that. Like, people love it. They say, oh, we'd buy it like that. And I say, yeah, but you're not allowed to, because I haven't got it exactly to how I want it. So yeah, that varies very much. So
it sounds like you reflect back on, is this product good enough for me? You're the internal customer, aren't you? Really, you're saying if it's not good
very
enough
much
for
so.
me, no one
And
else.
people say I'm my worst critic, but that's okay too. I only want to deal with really high quality products, so I'm not gonna walk around with a dodgy leather product. So why should anyone else, especially if it's got my brand on it? So yeah.
How do you get your product out to people?
Yeah, I had quite a few, obviously, stockers. Unfortunately, everything has shut down now, as you know, with retail. Even the tourist centre has shut down. And yeah, just word of mouth. Online social media has been really good for me. And I always invite people to come to my studio because they have no idea of the extent of what I do until you walk into my studio and smell the leather and just go, oh my God, wow. And I always get that same reaction. And then they can actually see me working, what I'm doing with all my tools.
Yeah. Why do you get the wow, do you think? You said you smell the leather, you can see it. What's the...
That experience. You know, they're experiencing, yeah, what I do, my life, you know, by walking in there. And it is that the smell is probably the main thing. I'm immune to that smell, as you can imagine. But everyone says that beautiful leather smell, and just the fact that the colours, you know, like you can probably see a bit behind me of what's going on. So you imagine a whole room of that. I do deal with a lot of beautiful coloured leathers, and I've helped people that would only have ever black leather things, help them sort of move to, let's try something in blue leather or green leather, or, you know. So that's probably, the wow factor.
Yeah, thank you so much, Carol. That was really good.
Thank you, Jason. It was lovely to actually meet you.